Hi, Goal. It's Aussie Villain. Yeah, I have a real problem with your top 50 player list. What's the problem? None of them are from Queen of the South. So, have you heard of Makraev? What about the £62 million bid that Bayern made for Mihai? Who's Queen of the South? You've got to be kidding me. We made the semi-finals of the Champions League last year, you muppets. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is season 12, episode 5 today, and we have a big one because it is the semi-final of the BetFred against Rangers, and then we host, no we don't, we go to Monchengladbach in the Champions League, and if we win that game, we will have guaranteed ourselves top of the group, which is amazing. Now, I've been really annoyed by this goal top 50 player thing. I don't have a problem with Mbappe being named the best player in the world. He's very good. I don't have a problem with this guy being second because I've never heard of him, but he's also very good. And, well, this guy, I mean, he didn't do much against us in the Champions League when we faced Paris, but you know what? That's fine. He's pretty good as well. We did not have a single player in the top 50 players of the world. No Makraev, no Mihai, no Bukiano, no nothing. And that has really annoyed me. Semi-finals of the Champions League last year, but not one of our players good enough for the top 50. Go away, Goal. You've annoyed me. So that is that. Now, other things that have annoyed me, if we go to the medical center, and it is this. Toro has broken his ankle, and he's out for 2 to 4 months. He's already been out for a month. And it's such a shame because his development was really kicking on this year. And yeah, well, obviously we've missed him. Well, we're going to miss him for at least half the season. Though he probably will win the Golden Cross at the end of the year. So, you know, it's not all bad news for old Toro there. Now, there is a lot of games to catch you up on since last episode. The first of which in the league was against Motherwell. So let's go see how we did there. A bit of a bogey team of ours, of course. The only goal came when Artvik crossed for goal. So we did enough to win this game. We weren't brilliant by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, you know, it's Motherwell, it's away from home. I'm just happy to come away with a win, to be honest. So that was that. Next up, it was Ross County in the league. Divev gave us the lead, but Ross County were level at half-time before they took the lead late on. But Mihai rescued a point in stoppage time. This game should have been 5-2. To be honest, I don't understand how it was even as close as it was. But anyway, we got away with a point in the end, which is fine. Makraev was brilliant, as you can see, played a 10. It wasn't a bad performance from us. It was just one of those where they seemed to score their only 2 chances, and we could not hit a barn door to save ourselves. So, yeah, we'll take a point and run, I suppose, away from home to Ross County. You know, there's better teams than us. No, well, there are no better teams than us, but you know what I mean. A lot of teams will go and drop points there this season. Next up, it was Dundee United. Now, this was before a Champions League game, and we know occasionally around Champions League European games we slip up. Let's see if we can avoid that here. Alvarez found Spence unmarked to give us the lead. Bowl made it 2-0, and then added a third, before Daniel Walker squared it for Spence to get his second. And Spence turned provider for Alvarez to make it 5-0 at half-time. A goalkeeping error allowed Dogan to get our 6th, before Bobba Adu got our 7th, and our 8th. But Dundee United ruined our clean sheet. So we were just brilliant in this one. There's no way around that. They did go down to 10 men, and we actually missed the penalty as well from the booking there that got the guy sent off. But yeah, it's a shame, obviously, to not get the clean sheet, but it's just superb. It was just superb. Next up, it was the Champions League game against Red Bull Salzburg. Now, I said I was confident of beating them, and that's why we didn't show the game live. Let's see if I was made to eat my words. Muros crossed for Makraev to give us a half-time lead. Muros was again the provider for Torres to get our 2nd, before Torres sealed the points in style. So I was a little bit nervous. It was only 1-0 at half-time, but we were always comfortable. We dominated the game. In fact, you can see that 35 shots. We should have possibly scored more. I did give Gary Turpie a Champions League game out there just because he's a youth player, and we needed to rest somebody, whoever. Arctic, I think, had a bit of a knock. I think he was injured, and Walker needed a rest, so I thought we'd get away with it, and we did. Yeah, it was good. It was really, really good, actually. And the final game to catch you up on back in the league was against Hibs. Alvarez's save shot was finished by Klee just after half-time, before Emma Russo found Johnny Angus to seal the points. So it was a deserved win, this one. We went, you can see, obviously a change in formation just to try and freshen things up a little bit. Klee got a goal, which was excellent, and Angus as well. So both the front men. Emma Russo played well out there, and yeah, just a good performance from us, really. Bayless got a rare game as well. I think it was his 250th. It must be 150 for Bayless. He wouldn't have played 250, I wouldn't have thought. So anyway, a good win there. Let's have a quick look at what it means for the tables. And we can see we are 3 points clear of Rangers, and a little bit further ahead there of Celtic, Ross County and Hearts, who are looking to be a good side with Aberdeen inside the top 6. But the Champions League, like I say, if we win today, then we will be guaranteed top of the group with a game to spare in a group with Real Madrid in it. That would be absolutely amazing. They drew, I should say, as well. They drew both their games 1-1, home and away. So that's why we're in this situation. I forget that you guys don't know what's going on sometimes. But we start with the BetFred semi-final. Celtic await us in the final if we can get there. So let's go see if we can. This is what we're expecting, a 4-2-3-1 formation. This is the team we're sending out. Now, we do have to kind of have half an eye on the Gladbach game. So it's Bursic in goal, Muros, Adu, Walker and Emma Russo. Mashagi and Alvarez go in midfield. It is Bowl, Walker and Turpie with Johnny Angus, the striker, up top. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. There's a few new names. I don't recognise this guy in their lineup. That's a new one on me. I don't recognise this guy either. Matt West, I think, is new. So there's a few unfamiliar names. I don't know if they've rotated, perhaps, here. Let's just go out there, play our natural game. Yeah, I don't know if they've rotated at all, but it's certainly a few new names there on me. All right, and here we are at Hampden Park. We will be in the pink today, or the, what do they call it? Magenta, the magenta. You can see Rangers line up there. They've had 2 draws recently. They're in the Europa League, so I should probably check how they're going. Celtic are doing okay in their Champions League group. They are going to parachute down, I would say. I think they have Milan and Paris Saint-Germain in their group. But yeah, I'm not too worried about how everybody else gets on. All right. What are we doing here, Rangers? So not much of a start to the game. Just feeling each other out. Hopefully that this team isn't too weakened. I mean, there's still very good players there. But, all right, this isn't quite working. So let's try lowering our tempo down. Actually, no, before we do that, let's try and exploit the flanks. See if we can get the wide players involved. The issue we may have a little bit is maybe in attacking areas. Walker is not a natural number 10. Turpie is good, but I don't know if he's beat the Rangers defense good. And then we go, here we go. He's beaten the Rangers defense there. Can he finish? I take it all back. He's world class. Gary Turpie gets the goal at Wembley at Hampden Park. It is 1-0, and I'm not quite sure who put the ball through for him, but it was brilliant. Johnny, it must be Mashagi, is it? Lays it back to Mashagi, over the top, Turpie's in, and then took it brilliantly, didn't he? Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And then he runs away to the corner flag, celebrating, no doubt, like the great Tim Cahill. We'll give him some praise. And yeah, I mean, if that's all Rangers have to offer, then we've not seen much of him so far. Denny Walker to take the corner. It is... Oh, it's gone all the way through, and it is at the back post. Jonathan Angus has turned it in. It was terrible, terrible defending from Rangers. And Johnny Angus, speaking of great men, is there just to turn it into an empty net. What is that defender doing? I don't even know who they're blaming. Bealey, I don't know. Is that... Oh, the midfielder. It was just a shambles, wasn't it? Someone sort of gone in, stuck a leg out, and it's just ended up going straight to Johnny Angus. All right, so we will say don't get complacent. We've demotivated Andrew Walker. That's just not ideal. If there's one player you do want motivated, it's probably the captain. Everybody else there is doing fine, though. Muros is on a booking. We do have a Kesey in on the bench. I'm continuing to try and give him a little bit of game time where I can. And it might be one. Here we go. Thomas Boll. We've seen him get a couple of free kicks already this season. Can he get another one here at Hampden? Oh, just over. He's not having a good game out there, actually. But we'll try and keep Makreyev fresh for Germany. And, yeah, if Muros isn't playing well, let's get the kid on. We'll get a Kesey in out there that gets the booking off the field as well. Just keep praising. And we've got another corner. Alvarez to take towards the back post. It's headed away. Walker will retrieve. And here we go. Walker to Walker. Crossfield pass for Alvarez. Turpey is available. We've gone down. That's going to be a sending off. That looked a little bit like he bought it, didn't he, Alvarez? That's all right. We'll take it. See you later, mate. Go and have an early shower. And we'll see if we can rub salt into the wound here by doing anything with the free kick. No. And play will resume. Flick on there. Bubba's got it. Over to Amoruso. Here we go with Bowl. Mashagi. Walker. Johnny Angus is in the middle. Is Turpey at the back post? We'll find out because there's a ball. It's gone beyond everybody to Alvarez. Here's a Kezian. Can he goes across in there to Mashagi. Wide for Amoruso. Back to Bowl. Amoruso. Oh, he couldn't quite find Thomas Bowl. He's got himself space now, though. It's across, and it's a penalty, is it? I'm not sure. I don't know if Johnny Angus was pulled back or what quite happened there. Now, last time we saw Walker take a penalty, he missed it. Can he do better this time? He can. So that's 3-0. They're down to 10 men. That's going to be us in the final. But of course, we know we only lose to Celtic in the BetFred that week. We only lose them in the Cups. So I'm wondering, because was it Johnny Angus? Or one of our players was a little bit dodgy from the penalty spot at first and then turned into a really reliable penalty taker. I think it was Johnny Angus. Now, we've only had 3 shots on target, so we've not been completely brilliant here, but we've done enough. All right, let's get Mashagi off for Irving, and all right, let's get Angus off for Klee as well, and that'll be our subs. We'll just keep praising them. The game is essentially done, isn't it, when they're down to 10 men. They haven't had a shot on target. It's been a really good performance from us here. And let's hope we can see more of this in the second game in Germany, because that would be a wonderful game for us to win. Turpey! Oh, it's almost a double at Hampden. Just over the top. Is there anything else? It looks like that's going to be it. So we have a cup final to look forward to. It'll be Celtic at Hampden Park for the BetFred. Yeah, so that's good. Andrew Walker didn't like that. We'll just stretched arms. You were brilliant, mate. And there we go. Everybody's happy again. So Queen of the South, Hammer Rangers. We've won at the League Cup semi-final. We've got the final to look forward to. Who's at Hampden Park? The Argentina boss is looking at Amoruso, Walker, and one of their guys. And we've finished scouting some Frenchmen. All right, guys, wait right there. We are going to face Borussia Monchengladbach next. And like I say, win, and we top the group. Okay, welcome back. Now we've got a little bit of bad news before we get into this game. Johnny Angus has broken his wrist following a fall, so 3 to 4 weeks he's going to be out for. We can probably get by without him, to be honest. We have other striking options, but obviously it's a bit of a loss because he is a good sort of all-round guy for us. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. But anyway, let's go and have a look here what we're doing. Now, Real Madrid had the early kickoff. They have dismantled Red Bull Salzburg, so that means that they are perhaps angry So we don't want to take this down to the final game where we, of course, will host them. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of Gladbach. And this is a team we're sending out. Bursic in goal, Rojas, Bukiano, Diev and Ayrton as the back four. Rochefeld and Mihai in midfield. Makreyev, Torres and Arkvik in behind Ali Spence. Now, we have had to issue our first playing promise to Mihai. Again, no issue playing him. It's just a matter of, you can see here some of the guys that played against Rangers. I mean, they're not fit to start. So this is the issue that we've run into season after season after season. But hopefully we'll get by this year as well. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. It looks familiar names, I think, from the first leg, doesn't it? I don't recognize too many different ones there. All right, so what do we say? Nobody expects us. There's no pressure on you. Just play your natural game. Ignore the praise. Let's go with that. And hopefully, I mean, that's not saying we're not, there's no pressure on you. There is some pressure on you, but just ignore it. All right, and here we go. Not in the greatest form, you would say, old Gladbach. So hopefully we can continue to assert those woes upon them. Ourselves, obviously, there you can see doing okay. The draw there was against Ross County in the league. But Real Madrid only a point back of us. So if we were to lose here, it's all to play for in the final group game. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, if we don't win, it's all to play for anyway. If we do win, of course, it's job done. We can put the reserves out against Real Madrid. And I'm sure that would go absolutely fine. Yeah, it is just very much don't lose here. And then we'll have the head-to-head over Gladbach no matter what happens. So that has got to be the goal. I can't remember if Gladbach will be hosting Salzburg in the final group game or if they go to Salzburg. But either way, we've just got to do it, take care of our own business and go from there. We'll just keep encouraging. Not much happening. All right, so let's go and exploit the flank, see if that helps us at all. Arkvik on a booking and not playing particularly well. Now, he is just coming back from injury as well, so that might be something that we need to consider as the first half continues to tick by with absolutely nothing happening. All right, excellent. There's no pressure on you. You've got nothing to lose. We'll stick with that. I think what we might do, though, is Arkvik on it's the booking that's making me nervous as much as anything else. So we'll get Walker on over there for him. So that's all good. And then we will just go and do our fist pumping. We have faiths. And hopefully we can see a little bit of something in the second half here. What we might look to do, if this isn't going to work, which in theory it looks as though it's not going to here, is we will lower the tempo and just look for the overlaps, try and exploit the middle where we can, and let the wide players sort of do their thing in wide areas. Well, we've got a highlight, so if nothing else, it's worked for that. Here we go, Rojas getting forward. Rojas gets past one man. Can he get a cross in there now? Spence not the greatest in the air. He goes, I think he's looking for Makreyev, but goalkeeper claims it. Now, that's surely not the highlight. There's the ball forward. Ayrton is there, as is Diev, and Rojas tracking back. Rojas. I don't know how we got away with that, but we did. Let's try a demand more. Ali Spence is not playing particularly well. You suspect that that might just be down to lack of chances. All right, what we might do is change things up. Spence can go there. Walker's got himself a booking now as well, but that's okay. He can be a complete forward, can't he? Yeah, that's fine for him. Rochefeld. Do we try Makreyev as a Mazzella? It keeps him on the field, and there's no reason why he couldn't do it. So we'll try that. Let's give it a focus. That's overwhelmed everybody. Perfect. And, okay, well, we are going to try something else. We are going to try Almarez for Makraev. We'll switch those two over. And, all right, let's get Bowl on for Ali Spence, who's not having a great time of things. And Bowl, if you go as a deep lying forward for me, please. I mean, there's just been nothing happening. We've got a highlight here. Walker to Almarez. Almarez plays it back. Oh, it's just no one there. Bucchiano has it, though. It's the 85th minute. It'll be a wonderful time. Torres! He bends one in! And it's his 4th of the season, and it is 1-0 to Queen of the South. And it's 1-0 very, very late on. 85th minute it took, but getting that extra striker up there, it just seems to have worked, didn't it? It wasn't working with wingers. Let's pack out the middle of the box, and Thomas Bowl could easily have been given offside there and ruined everything for us, but it's a wonderful finish from Torres. And it is 1-0 to Queen of the South. It would be huge. Okay, they've changed. We're going to go and just make sure everything's okay on our end here. Okay, so we are just going to go. We're going to close the game down, which is sort of just the normal thing that we do. We've just changed the marking assignments as well. And let's go defensive. And can we see this out and find ourselves top of the Champions League group? It looks as though it's going to happen. It has happened. And it is Torres with a wonderful strike that has got us there. Wasn't a classic game, was it? It was piss poor, to be fair, but it was a wonderful result. So there we go. We can see everything there. We're 4 points clear with 1 to play. That tells you we're through. And that is absolutely brilliant. Well done. Top of the group. 2nd season in a row, top of the group. Officially, there we go. We've qualified for the first knockout round. And Torres shines. It was a wonderful strike, wasn't it? It really, really was. And, yeah, again, Bucchiano is not going to Leicester. I don't know why he'd want to go to Leicester, other than money, maybe. Sees us through to the next round. You ask, can we go all the way and win it? Well, let's not be silly. 1 game at a time, as always. And, guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. There's an argument to say we don't come back because there's nothing on the Real Madrid game except we're playing Real Madrid at Palmerston Park. We kind of, I imagine, would want to see that. So we'll come back. It works because the Rangers in the league is there as well, and that is a big game in the league. So it will be Rangers again, this time in the league, and then Real Madrid in the final Champions League group game. And, well, we're through. We're top. How far can we go? Let me know what you think. Take care.